Hello. And first off, congratulations to you both. I'm so happy the movie is finally getting a release and on Netflix, nonetheless.
Thank you.
It's good,
So,
good stuff. Thank you.
Jennifer, I'm going to start with you. I often love going back to first features and discussing the lasting impressions that they might have made. And obviously, yours was on my mind recently because of the Oscars. So, even with all the experience that you've had since Dreamgirls, is there anything about that particular production that is still influencing the work that you're doing on sets today?
Well, that was my first time ever acting. So I guess it's my guide for everything, an example. But I'm the type of person I try to learn everywhere I go. You can never know enough. And I'm still in film school and steady learning. So I do try to pull from that as much as I can.
It never ends, and it's not supposed to. Jeffrey,
That's right.
First film out the gate, you get the Oscar. You're supposed to retire.
You know what? I might have to after this next one.
Jeffrey, I can throw a similar question your way with Basquiat, not necessarily your first feature, but I think it was the first on-screen lead at least. So was there anything about that particular film, especially working with Julian Schnabel and that incredible cast around you, that you still find influencing how you approach your work today?
That experience was kind of a baptism, with a group of incredible artists that had influenced me, inspired me: David Bowie, Dennis Hopper, Chris Walken, Gary Oldman, who was as a young actor, was a guy I looked to and went, "Ooh, wow, we can go here now." I mean, he was definitely a guy who opened my eyes to certain possibilities, with this stuff. And so to work with those guys, to be gathered, and really kind of leading the charge with them, that'll never not be with me. And it was a beautiful, wonderful way to kind of, open the doors on this thing for me.
So now, with all that in mind for both of you, I know Monster wasn't Kelvin's first film, but back then it was one of his very first, I guess, substantial headlining roles, and feels like a really challenging one from my limited perspective, at least. So given your experiences, what was it important for both of you to do on set for him as a scene partner in order to best support his first big lead performance, or one of them?
Kelvin's he's like 85 years old now, right? I mean, we made this movie, 5 years ago now. When he was a youngster. He was, a younger man than now, but he's come a long way from then, because it has been so long since the film was made. But I don't think there was anything, at least from my perspective, that I tried to do beyond play his father. And the film is so wonderfully cast. There was I think kind of an immediate sense of family between all of us. It was just clear who we were, why we were, and what we were supposed to give to one another. It was really in the best way easy, because we were all just throwing that that vibe into the mix, and of course it rotated around Kelvin, so he gave, Jennifer gave, I tried to give my part and just roll with it.
It's weird thinking about everything that he's accomplished since making this movie, but still thinking of this movie as one of his big firsts, because he's had so many incredible titles since. Jennifer, I'll come to you on this one, and a true first with this, because it was Anthony's first feature as a director. So even with the countless music videos that he's directed over the years, what was it about your very first meeting with him that made you say that, Anthony is the guy to direct this film?
Wow. Actually, it started out when we did a music video of mine. And I was like, "You're going to direct a film one day." He's like, "And you're going to be in it." I said, "I will be there." So that's kind of how we ended up syncing up together, and me being a part of this project, because Anthony Mandler is an amazing director. And now you will get to see his amazing work through film, which I'm just proud to be a part of it.
When you were on that music video set, what was it about his work there that made you say, like, that's a cinematic quality of his work?
The quality. It wasn't that just of, music videos is his own language. Like I've done film, I've done commercial, videos, and each thing has its own style and language and way and quality. And I could sense in his quality of work through his photography and through his videos, like, no, that's a heavier hand right there, and a eye with more depth. I could sense that in his work. And so I'm not surprised to see him, come this far and to do film. And I think there would be far more. And I'm very proud of this project because I know it's in the right hands.
I'm very much looking forward to seeing more. So I know this part of the process is out of your hands as actors in the film, but I was wondering what it was like from your perspectives after the film hit Sundance in 2018, and then you're waiting for it to get this release. Is there any period of nerves? And now in the end, are you sitting there going, hey, it was worth the wait, we're on Netflix?
Well, I mean, I was a little frustrated that the film hadn't found a home immediately after Sundance. When we screened there, this film got a reaction that is rare. There was a standing ovation for this film that rolled on. And it's a function of the power of the story, obviously the direction of the film. And I think it's particularly a function of the work that Kelvin put in. Yes. And what was really more disappointing to me than anything, Jennifer talks about her first film and the success she had, grabbing the Oscar. I've seen a lot of young actors who get a first role, they come out and they get a nomination and, are celebrated and received, by their peers. And I was incredibly disappointed for Kelvin that he didn't have that opportunity with this film, because there's not been a performance that I've seen by a young actor that surpasses this performance. Of all of the young actors that have come through, and there's some really talented guys, I haven't seen one who's been recognized with an Oscar nod that surpasses what Kelvin does in this film. So I'm really pleased for him that the work will finally be out there. We'll see where it goes. Those are other things that are out of our control. But at the very least, audiences will now have an opportunity to take in the work that he's given in this film. So happy for him.
Thank you guys so much for your time today. And again, huge congratulations on Monster.
Thank you.
Thank you.